Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming out here for the celebration of Raven. I've had the privilege of coaching Raven for the last 2 years and watching her play 2 prior years to that as well here at the Georgetown Lacrosse program. She's a tremendous athlete. As you've probably seen, on top of it, a heck of an attitude to go with it. There's not a game that she'll want to take over on her own. These last few years, I've seen a great development in her as far as an overall team leader. When we came on board, a lot of people think lacrosse is about running it by yourself and not getting your teammates in. You see a lot of people running and not throwing and getting other people involved or coaching. She has grown and matured in such a way that it's elevated to this day here today, where Southwestern has asked her to come play lacrosse at their university, but she can continue the sport that she's played for 6 years here in Georgetown, as well as played on 2 additional club sports and did a national tour last year on another lacrosse sport. So she's gonna, her hard work has paid off. All those Saturdays you get to go out and, you know, where all the special people are in the morning, working and running and training. Do that every day when you're in university. Remember, every day in your class is just like that, okay? Make it a Saturday. Work hard and be the one that's gonna get it done. But your hard work has paid off. Now you get to sign a letter and go listen to another coach. You need to say something.
Yeah, he said you could say something.
Okay, well, my job here today is to sign this paper. So I'm going to sign this paper.
Rob Hipp here with SHN Sports with Coach Michael Wenzel of the Georgetown High School lacrosse team. Coach, great day today, signing here for Raven Garcia. But before we dig into that, I just wanted to talk to you about a little bit about the history of the program here at Georgetown. I know that we normally cover football, basketball, and baseball, but anytime we have an opportunity to get down here, we want to make sure that we're highlighting as much as we can. So, Coach, kind of tell us a little bit about the program here as far as lacrosse at Georgetown High School.
Georgetown High School, the girls program was started first in lacrosse. That started about 10 years ago. The girls program has grown quite a bit. We now have a feeder program in the junior high program. 6 years ago, we started the youth program to help feed the high school. So the boys program had a healthy feeding program as well. So at the present time, I think there's about 100 kids total in the overall program between the high school and the 2nd grade.
Well, it seems lacrosse, you know, is a fast-growing sport. We've seen it a lot throughout the high school level, the collegiate level. Talk about what you've seen over the years and how you got involved with being able to coach.
Lacrosse is a very fast-growing sport. The only reason I'm involved in the sport is that I used to coach football, and my boys asked, one of the boys that I coached football wanted to play lacrosse, and he asked if we could work, if I could help start coaching the junior high program, and so I started that 6 years ago, and started coaching 13 boys, and then that grew into where it is today in regards to the youth level. But the high school already had an established varsity boys and a varsity girls program.
Well, Coach, we had talked just before this video interview. You've stated that there's been several scholarship opportunities. Can you talk briefly about those and then how special of a day it is for Raven?
Yeah, we've had three girls get scholarship offers in the last several years. 2 of them passed. They wanted to go to A&M and another university, which didn't support that. They do have club sports, and those girls are playing there in club. But in regards, what I think is a heartbreaker is that UIL doesn't recognize girls lacrosse. We have a Title IX out there that allows girls an opportunity to get scholarships. It's one of those where I think that if the UIL would recognize the girls lacrosse sport, that it's not costly to run. And on top of it, we'd end up getting a lot more young ladies into college, getting free opportunities and free scholarships.
Well, Coach, I think you hit the nail on the head for that. And as this sport continues to grow, I think that's something, I'm not speaking on behalf of UIL, but I think that's something that they're really going to start looking into years down in the future as this sport continues to gain popularity and grow. Coach, final comments here. Question for you. If someone out there is interested in lacrosse here, specifically in the Georgetown area, how can they get involved? Kind of what are the steps to go through that program and get involved?
It's the Georgetown Youth Lacrosse Program. Then go online. It's georgetownlacrosse.com and get information about how to register. We are going to be running a couple of summer camps this summer. We'll run one for the girls and one for the boys on the youth program. We start in the fall. So we have a fall league that we start up and get them ready for the spring. This is a spring-driven league, but we have a lot of tournaments that start in the fall that we play, and then we get the players ready for the sport because a lot of them have never played, and it's going to take them a month or two to get a hand-eye coordination for throwing a stick and a ball, or throwing the ball with a stick and trying to catch it.
Well, Coach, yeah, it's definitely a sport where there's a lot of running. I see the kids out there at the collegiate level, of course at Southwestern, but even in high school, man, I get out of breath watching how much they run around. So, well, Coach, any final remarks you'd like to make here?
Just very proud of Raven. Raven has worked very, very hard for the last 6 years. Me coming in, coaching the girls lacrosse program for the first time a few years ago, she made it a very pleasant transition, having a lot of skills and a lot of leadership. So I'm really proud of her and look forward to watching her play a lot more. Awesome.
Well, Coach Michael Wenzel, we appreciate your time. Good luck in the future, and congratulations on a big day for one of your players here. Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Rob Hipp here with SHN Sports, talking to the new Southwestern signee, the commit, Miss Raven Garcia. Raven, a special day here. A lot of family came out. Your coach was here. Talk about how special this day is for you, signing not only with Southwestern, a school that's right in your own backyard. Talk about how special this day is for you, Raven.
This day is very special to me because I decided in 8th grade or so that I wanted to play lacrosse in college.
Awesome. So talk about that. That was going to be my next question, Raven, was talking about lacrosse. How did you first find out about this sport, and what really got you interested in it?
Okay, so my uncle was signing up my cousin for a boys clinic, and I had never really heard of lacrosse or anything, and he was like, oh, they have a girls clinic too, I'm going to sign you up for it. And I was like, all right, I'll see what this is all about. And then I hated it at first, and then I hated it until we played our first real game, and then I was like, this is pretty cool.
So you've been a student here in the Georgetown area pretty much your whole life. Can you talk about that?
Yes, I have lived in Georgetown my whole life and gone to Georgetown schools my whole life, so I'm really glad that I get to stay in Georgetown.
Awesome. We'll talk about Coach Wenzel. We got to give him a shout out to the leadership that he's had. What has his program and his coaching meant to you to help you get to this point?
Mike Wenzel has really helped our program in times that our program really needed some help. He has really pushed to get people involved and to get people to know about our program and what we do, and so yeah, that was really cool, and he's been a really good coach to me for 2 years.
And finally, just two more questions. The first one of the question, how special is it for you? I know we talked about that at the beginning of this interview, but to play for Southwestern, a program that's been on the rise, a great school here in the Georgetown area. Talk about what you're looking forward to most and how special it is to be playing at Southwestern.
I'm looking forward to most meeting new people and really just experiencing what college sports are, and I'm excited to see how different it is from high school.
Awesome. Final question. We always do this with all of our interviews here at Georgetown High School. Who do you want to send a shout out to, send some love to? Who do you want to send one out to tonight?
Shout out to my mom.
Awesome. That's the way to do it. Well, again, Miss Raven Garcia, congratulations on signing with Southwestern and looking forward. And if you want to catch her, hey, it's right here in the backyard in Georgetown, so come on out. The games are free to get in. Raven said it, so we hope to see you there. Congratulations again, Raven.